RC hobby market in 2026 is flooded with entry-level models made of fragile plastic, selling for $300 to $600 that look like toys and disappoint anyone chasing real durability. After just a few hours on rough trails, most of them end up on the workbench with stripped gears and burned-out electronics, demanding expensive replacement parts. The problem isn't the price itself. It's that most buyers never learn which platforms were actually engineered for abuse and which ones were engineered for a shelf. Here are 5 platforms that avoid these problems, delivering real mechanical engineering and scale fidelity for anyone who takes this hobby seriously, ranked from the most affordable entry point to the most serious long-term investment. And the 5th spot already teaches a lesson most people only learn after breaking their first one. Number 5 is the WPL C24, available with an optional metal chassis. It runs on full proportional 2.4 GHz control, which means throttle and steering respond gradually, not just on-off like the cheaper toy-grade models. It has real 4x4 or 6x6 drive depending on configuration, a solid axle, and a front-mounted motor paired with a reduction gearbox, the same basic layout used in far more expensive crawlers, just scaled down. Ready-to-run versions cost between $70 and $110, and the kit versions run a bit cheaper if you don't mind assembling it yourself. Known weaknesses include stock steering servos that give out under heavy load in mud and plastic drivetrain axles that develop play with intense use over time. The good news is, this is one of the most heavily supported platforms in the budget category, with an entire aftermarket built around it.
Swapping in metal axles fixes the play issue for good, and most owners consider that upgrade mandatory within the first few months, not optional. The most common mistake with this model is running it stock, straight out of the box, on heavy terrain. The C24 handles grass and dry dirt fine, but rocky trails or deep mud will expose the weak axles fast. Number 4 is the MN model MN99S, a replica of the Land Rover Defender. It has realistic proportions, link suspension, and decent articulation for a truck in this price range. Under the hood is a 280 brushed motor, powerful enough for a claimed top speed close to 9 kilometers per hour, and a climbing angle over 45 degrees, respectable for a proportional scale hobby vehicle. Prices range from $50 to $90, depending on the seller and included accessories. The electronics support upgrades, like switching to a 2S LiPo battery for real torque gains over the stock pack, which typically only gives around 25 minutes of runtime before needing a recharge. Anyone running it in deep mud should check the sealing on the electronics box first, or the electronics won't last. This is the truck most people recommend for anyone who wants a scale-accurate look without jumping straight into the higher price brackets. But it rewards owners willing to tinker with it rather than run it stock. And this is where the gap to the next one on the list becomes clear. The MN99S is still, underneath it all, an entry-level model, with an expensive-looking shell. Number 3 is a completely different category. Number 3 is the Axial SCX 10-3, the benchmark for durability in extreme rock crawling. Under the detailed body sits a ladder frame chassis and a metal-geared transmission built to handle high torque and serious abuse, over years of use, not months. Depending on the trim, it comes with portal axles for extra ground clearance, oil-filled adjustable shocks, and Spectrum electronics considered some of the most reliable in the hobby-grade RC space.
Prices range from $340 to $580, depending on version and body license, with licensed bodies like Jeep sitting at the higher end. Maintenance is simple. Periodic lubrication of the differential and sealed bearings is basically all it needs to keep running for years. What separates this truck from the two before it isn't just the price. It's that Axial builds this as a platform first, and a toy second. Nearly every part can be replaced, upgraded, or swapped, which is exactly why it became the standard reference point in serious crawling communities. Here's a warning for anyone thinking about buying one. The price on the box isn't the final price. Battery, a quality charger, and a transmitter upgrade, if you want to move past the stock included radio, easily add another $100 to $150 to the total investment. Number 2 is the Huayna 1580. This isn't a crawler, it's a full-scale replica of a construction excavator, and that changes everything about how it's built and priced. The classic V4 version, mostly metal, comes with 3 separate motors controlling the digging arm, the bucket, and the cab rotation independently. Plus LED lights and sound effects for a more immersive operation experience. It costs between $150 and $250.
The newer V5 version, released in 2026, adds smartphone app control, a redesigned metal cab with a working door, and a reinforced structure. It runs from $540 to $700, nearly the price of a fully built axial, except this one digs instead of climbs. Both versions share the same weak point, the pivot pins under continuous maximum load, along with motor heat if operated at the limit for extended periods. With proper maintenance and realistic expectations about duty cycles, both versions are known to hold up for long stretches of regular use, which is rare in a category full of toy-grade excavators that barely survive a season. That's also why this model became popular among construction professionals. Not to play with, but to practice arm and bucket movement before operating the real machine. Something none of the other 4 on this list can offer.
Number 1 is the Tamiya King Hauler 114th.
This truck has been in continuous production in some form since 1993, which already says a lot about how well the platform was designed the first time. It features a real 3-speed gearbox operated through the transmitter, a front-mounted motor driving the rear axles through a propeller shaft, and a legendary metal C-channel ladder frame with leaf spring suspension front and rear. Known to last decades with basic maintenance. The base kit costs between $330 and $340, but it doesn't come with a radio, servos, a speed controller, or a battery, a detail most reviews conveniently leave out. Add all of that, plus paint if you want a finished look instead of the base white body, and the complete build lands between $500 and $700. It's the highest investment on this list by a wide margin, and also the only kit here that most owners build by hand instead of just unboxing and driving. That's exactly why it holds the top spot. The level of technical detail, compatibility with separately sold trailers for real semi-truck hauling, and the longevity of the platform are unmatched for collectors and serious enthusiasts who see this less as a toy and more as a long-term project. And unlike the other 4 on this list, this truck's volume doesn't drop over time. Original Tamiya kits from decades ago, still sealed, are worth several times their launch price among collectors today. In all 5 cases, the truth is the same. Disposable models don't survive real technical use, but faithful, scaled-down mechanical engineering lasts. If you're just starting out, the WPL C24 or the MN99S will get you there without breaking the budget. If you're past that stage and want something to take seriously for years, the Axial and the Tamiya are the only 2 on this list truly worth the bigger investment. In a market flooded with disposable plastic, these 5 platforms are a reminder that real quality comes from structural strength and operational realism, not from a low price tag or a shiny box on a shelf.